Hey everyone, back again to another summit. This is my second summit and I feel great. Uh, yeah, it's from ChatGPT. The update was launched yesterday, I think, yesterday or 2 days before. So back to the topic. This is my second summit, and before that, I was a contributor like you. So I will start with telling about me. I'm a full stack engineer at Rocket.Chat. I joined a year ago. It's almost more than 1 year. And before that, I was a mentor at Rocket.Chat. And in 2023, I was a contributor, like you will be, most of you will be in coming days. So this was all about work, and I absolutely like traveling. I'm both mountain and beach person. There is no preference. So I would like to thank you for joining me today, and I would like to share my journey with GSoC and how it transformed my approach to real life projects, especially during my time with Rocket Chat. And today I'm going to talk about how to maximize your GSoC experience, from crafting a standout proposal to managing your project and ultimately making a lasting impact. Okay, so let's move forward. I will start with the topic how to craft a great proposal, right? It's the first step after you join a community, and it's the first step in applying for your GSoC application. So the first thing is understand the process, understand the project, what the project needs. Break down your project into smaller key components. Show that in a proposal, so that you understand the project challenges and have a clear plan to tackle them. For that, I think you will have to explore all the documentation, engage in the community, ask your doubts to your mentor, ask your doubt to ChatGPT, Google, anywhere you want. Like, okay, yeah. And yeah, though, so the first thing is obviously understand the project needs and breaking down your projects, and have a clear outline of the project, how you're going to achieve that. And after that, you need to refine. Oh my, I think so. Additional display detector. It was power fluctuation. Sorry for that. Okay.
Don't worry, Abhinav. We can see your screen. You can see we can see your presentation. Everything's in place. We are just seeing a pop up there, but
How do I remove? Yeah, it's gone. No problem. So, how do you tailor your proposal? Like, make sure your proposals speak directly to the needs of the project. You don't go off the project. You are under the scope of the project. For instance, if you're applying to work on Rocket Chat for speech, text to speech to text project, okay, demonstrate how your skills and ideas align with what Rocket Chat needs and what the project needs, and you don't go out of the scope, so that you don't overburden and you are sticking to your goal. And customize your proposal so that it can make it is more appealing in the sense that the project should be well structured, and it should, for me, like if I am mentor it, so the proposal should be clear, like what you want to achieve, what are your timelines, and what you're going to achieve, and how you're going to achieve the technicalities. It should explain it very clearly. And the second thing, it should be structured, like the hierarchies. Like for me, you should start with about yourself. A small paragraph is fine, I think. Your achievements in the open source is good, and then you should start talking about the goals and deliverables. And after that, you can talk about how you are going to achieve the goal and delivers. Make it structured, make it hierarchical, so that it is easily communicable to the mentors and whoever is going to review your proposal. That's it. There are some best practices, like I would like to talk. The first is the research. Do your homework about the project, and what are its application, what are its deliverables. Just do it. just be clear about that. And while you draft your proposal, I think you should get feedback from mentors and other experienced folks, so that you don't go into the wrong part, or you are stuck at something. You don't waste a lot of your time and you pass the hurdle quickly. Absolutely, early feedbacks from mentors or community members is great. So don't just wait for the last moment that I will complete my proposal 100% and then get the feedback. You might see something unwelcoming, or you haven't thought of it at the last moment. I don't want you to go through that. And last thing is, have a realistic planning. Don't overcommit, and always have a buffer time in your planning, so that if you face any unexpected challenges, you can use the buffer time to overcome that. I think almost 90% of the people face some challenges, or something they haven't thought of during the crafting of the proposal, and you actually face them when you start coding. So I think don't overcommit. Have a comfortable goal for yourself and have a buffer time. That's all. Okay, let's move forward. Now we can talk about navigating the GSoC journey. Like, it's not just about coding, right? The first thing you do is onboarding and the early days. Okay, I will go through the comment later on. The first few days is obviously researching about your organization, onboarding into the community, and engaging with everyone else. In your first days, immerse yourself in the community, in go through the projects, introduce yourself to the community, read all the documentations, join the community chats, and establish a good communication line with your mentors. I remember when I first joined the Rocket Chat community, I just introduced myself about what I do and what I have done with open source and project, what I have created. And I remember a mentor, he just texted me that, hey, do you want to work on a project? It's the RC4 community. It's just baseline for all the GSoC projects we have in Rocket Chat. So that was a very good opportunity for me to interact with all the mentors, and I really made some friends over there. Devanshu Singhli, it's been 4 years and still, yeah, 4 years and still I'm in contact with them. So it's a great opportunity. Just introduce yourself and talk. Anything you face, anything you discover, any problem you solve, share in the community. It's gonna come, the thing you do is gonna come back to you in some other ways, or the way you want. So that's the community engagement part. And about the next comes is the project management and execution. I think you should break your project into smaller manageable tasks. I talked this about before. Keep a consistent update and schedule, and communicate regularly with the mentors. What I did was I broke my project into smaller goals over the weeks. Like, this week I want to complete this week, and the next week these things have to be completed by the second week. And so just break down your things into smaller things and try to achieve them a day before you have planned out, so that you can enjoy some buffer time and just be relaxed. And yeah, the buffer time, yeah, that's very important. You will always face something, unexpected challenges in a way. For me, I think I stuck with some authentication part in the React Native domain of my project. It was called embedded chat. So I didn't know how do we log in. So it took me around 15 days to figure that out. It's good that I had not overcommitted with my project. I didn't had a very busy schedule during my GSoC period, so I just overcome that. And yeah, 2 weeks I wasn't well. That's another thing. So just don't overcommit and try it. If you have time, try to complete beforehand. Just don't wait that, hey, I have 1 week and there's just one feature, so I will do it in the last day of the week. Don't do that. I think it's not recommended for anyone. Okay, so that is the GSoC journey, excluding pre and post. Now we will talk about the post GSoC journey. So How do you turn your project into something that can be used by a lot of people and that have real world implications? uh, since you are here, I assume that you want to contribute into Rocket Chat, and it's a very, I think it's the best open source communication platform, and a lot of people use it. So whatever you code here is gonna be used by a lot of folks out there in the world. So I hope you have the picture in mind that whatever you do here is gonna be is going to create an impact and is going to use by a lot of folks. So always think beyond the code. Like you, when you are here in your GSoC period and pre or post, focus on community and networking. Engage actively with the community, build relationships and a professional network during a GSoC. It can, it will definitely open doors to future opportunities. Like you can see a lot of folks. I remember Devanshu, including me, Nabhag, Vipin. They were introduced to a lot of opportunities in their career just because of engaging in the community. And yeah, so the next thing we should focus on is that sustaining and scaling our work. Like the GSoC, when if you work on a, if you're working on a project here in GSoC, it's not, I think it's not always that it is very production ready and it is ready to be used. It is ready to be published for the people out there in production. So I think you should keep in mind that you, this is your project and you are going to continue improving this project. Think about how your work can continue to be useful after GSoC. This might involve writing comprehensive documentation, ensuring that project is maintainable, and you attract other contributions. Okay, and always showcase your project. Like don't keep your journey to yourself. Share your story. Use blogs, social media, or meetups to publicize your achievements. This not only boosts your profile, but it will also inspire others to follow on a similar path. It has inspired me from learning around the people who had followed the similar path. So just think of long-term contribution. It's not just a 1 month or 2 month gig. Okay. Now that was all about uh, how you convert from crafting a proposal to having a great summer and working with the project, and how do you convert all the thing you gain from GSoC. That is the, you have learned efficient project management, you have learned community engagement, and you have understood how you can create impact even after the GSoC. So that was my do's and don'ts.